then, hey everyone, we are back to talk about The Big Sleep today, the movie with Humphrey Bogart as Marlowe. And F.R. Jameson, please tell us about this movie. Try to explain
So
what
Humphrey
happens in
Bogart
it.
is yes, Humphrey Bogart is Philip Marlowe. He's hired by General Sternwood, who has two rebellious in their own way daughter, Vivian and Carmen. Um, he's being blackmailed with something to do with Carmen, although everyone thinks that he is that Marlowe is supposed to be hunting down General Sternwood's son-in-law. Well, not son-in-law, General Sternwood's companion, who in this
Companion.
film is not his son-in-law. Lauren Bacall, who should be playing Mrs. Regan, is playing Mrs. Rutledge. Is that right?
Yes, some guy
and
named Rutledge.
yes, we can talk about that in a moment. Why do you think that is? But
Yeah.
and then
Hmm.
um, what is a book that famously one of the murders isn't solved? I know it's hint, it's said he possibly killed himself. Becomes a film that isn't overly I'm going to say it now. It's unfair to say it isn't overly interested in plot. It favors atmosphere and vibes over letting the
Logic.
audience actually understand what's happening. See, I think you do in a general sense get an idea of where you are in the story. But unlike with some of these films, you can explain the plot dynamics very clearly. This one is a lot harder to pass down into a synopsis.
Yes, I've always
Yeah,
thought of this. I've always thought of Chandler as a person who doesn't plot so much as go for these crazy rides with people.
yeah.
Just take them on crazy rides. Take the reader on a crazy ride. Don't worry about the logic of the situation. Don't even worry about the
Yeah.
motivation that much. These
But
people
with
are
the
just
exception of
bad, and these people are just, oh, I don't know.
but with the exception of the chauffeur in this book, in The Big Sleep, um, all the others, the plots, you can actually go, that murder happens for that, and the sort of the middle ones, in particular, the run from Farewell My Lovely to The Long Goodbye. I think something like some Lady in the Lake and the High Window are really well plotted books, even though they are Chandler-esque
Hmm.
in the sense of there is people coming through doorways and with guns, which
With
happens in
guns
this
and
as
so
well.
forth, yes.
Yeah. But this film is very much going with atmosphere and vibes above all else.
Very much, yes, very much.
Yeah.
And yeah, the chauffeur, why is he dead? Nobody
Yeah.
knows. Even the author didn't know. Did he kill himself in because he was so torn up because Carmen rejected him? He was one of the
That's a
three
suggestion.
chauffeurs, or one of the two chauffeurs out of
Yeah.
the three that were rejected
Yeah.
by Carmen. Carmen, who
Yeah.
sat in people's laps while they were standing up.
Yes.
She's a piece of work.
Yeah.
Um, and yeah, I've always been struck by, this guy, Sean Reagan. We're all so
Yeah.
obsessed with where is this Sean Reagan?
Yeah.
All very interesting, but not really fully explained, except, oh well, he's a companion and I get to watch him drink.
Yeah.
At
That's
least that's the
the
excuse
interesting
that
thing.
Colonel Sternwood gives him.
Yeah. So it's Laura Bacall's character's husband in the books, although you don't get the impression it's an overly instinct to marriage. Um, I can only imagine it's a Hays Code thing. It's why, because he spends most of the film flirting with Philip Marlowe, ostensibly, even though it's not actually the case. Her husband is alive and she's a married woman. So
Mm.
whether that's the issue, that they don't want a woman who believes she's married, openly flirting with some other guy.
I thought maybe she might be divorced.
Yeah, I don't. I couldn't. Maybe there's a line of dialogue explaining where Mr. Rutledge is.
Yeah. I don't remember. I certainly don't remember that.
Yeah,
I was also struck by the way some he follows somebody to Brody's apartment building,
yeah.
and it's full of mailboxes, but he picks out Brody. And I don't remember. Maybe maybe Colonel Sternwood mentioned Brody at the beginning, but I don't remember it.
He is mentioned earlier in the film.
Okay, so that's why
Yeah,
he picked it out. Okay, because I just
yeah,
must have missed that part or something. I don't know.
yeah. And
Okay,
it is
so
one of those moments where a name mentioned in passing nearly an hour before suddenly becomes very, very
suddenly
crucial to the plot
becomes the
going
key to
forward. Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
And is very willing to open that door
Yes.
when the I mean it's like all those guns and all those crazy people and you're just going to open the damn door to any knock?
That's a very fair point, actually.
Seriously, I've always said,
Yeah,
"What are you doing?"
yeah.
At that point,
Yes,
at that point. Yeah.
when he is shot by that's it's the time.
Carol,
Somebody's not seen this or not seen it in a while. Trying to get the context. Geiger is the man who's doing the blackmailing, and this is
correct.
Geiger's boyfriend assistant who shoots Joe Brody, who has taken over the blackmailing racket. And
Right.
that's what happens there. But you are quite right that when I can't remember his name is, but when Geiger's assistant comes in and kills him, he is about the fourth person to walk into that room with a gun at that point.
Yes. It's crazy. It's like, what are you thinking?
Yeah,
You are not.
yeah. You deserve
Well,
to die for just sheer stupidity at this point.
yes, absolutely. And it's like he goes rushing off. Marlo goes after him, catches him in the easiest possible way.
Yeah,
And it's like, okay, you're taking the fall. Except
yes,
that's not the end of it.
no, no.
One thing I noticed about Bogey's performance in this that I never really noticed before, people talk about the ear tugging habit that he has. I've noticed
Mhm.
that. But this
Yeah,
time I noticed that there's a kind of almost holdover of some of his gangster
yes,
affectations, the way he puts his thumbs in his waistband while he's questioning somebody
yeah,
and takes a stance like this, and it's like,
yeah,
you trying to be a tough guy?
yeah. Certainly by
You're
the
mighty
end, that
short to
thought,
be a tough guy.
well, that was always the case, though.
My, you're not very tall, are you? I
He's
love
Tom
that.
Cruise's height, isn't he?
I think that's
I mean,
pretty funny that he's making fun of himself in a sense, doing that.
yes. No,
It's
I think
very
that
Philip
the
Marlowe
thing,
to make fun of himself.
yeah. Towards the end of it, when he's sort of outraged by Camino and Eddie Mars, and sort of sets Eddie Mars up to be killed. Yeah, when he's sort of losing it a bit there, that was, your pre Hollywood superstar Humphrey Bogart when he's still supporting gangster in James Cagney
Yes,
films.
yes.
That the kind of that version, he kind of tips a bit too far in that direction.
He does he does carry over some of that, definitely.
Yeah, yeah,
It distinguishes him from future Marlowes in a way, who tend to play
yeah,
it a bit more straight and a bit more like the world weary detective,
yeah,
as opposed
yeah.
to
I think
a thug
doesn't
who
he mention
decided
at
to
one
be a
point the money
detective.
is quite good.
He's good. I mean, I
Yeah,
can't
but he just
complain
no, but
about him.
doesn't he mention the is
Hmm?
quite good? Well, the money he gets is quite good. I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah,
he does that at one point, and which is again a very un-Philip Marlowe. Marlowe doesn't generally get paid that well.
true. Very true.
Yeah, yeah.
That's a good point. Yeah. Philip Marlowe
I mean,
usually ends
talking
up on the
about
short end of the stick.
we talk about Humphrey Bogart's performance. I've got to say, watching it this time again, Laura McFall's not very good in this. She has the right look and she has the right attitude. But any kind of long scene, she does start a Paul doing it. I'm thinking, yeah, okay. And I'm amazed you had, she didn't have that long lasting a career, really, like a big star for Bogart's lifetime. But yeah,
Hmm.
I was just thinking, yeah, you're not as good in this as I remember you being in this.
This is Lauren Bacall now, right?
Yeah, on the call, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, she just provides a sensual
Yeah,
presence. She gets to sing her song about
yeah,
domestic abuse, which I've always found
yes.
really offensive. He gives flowers to his mother, but he socks his wife in the choppers. That's disgusting. I'm sorry. That is just flat out disgusting. I am not charmed.
No,
Um,
no,
okay, what else about this movie? Well, there's a lot of witty banter, and then of course,
yes,
I always love the scene when he's in the bookstore across the, well, I love the bookstore scenes. They're just
yeah.
great in
Doris and the Nun.
themselves. What do they look
Yeah,
like? Grapefruit? Uh,
yeah,
Agnes there.
yeah,
She's an
yeah. He's
interesting
quite
character.
irresistible to women in this film.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, women seem to flock to him too. Taxi drivers coming on to him.
yeah. We watched Kiss Me Deadly for this podcast, and that goes to absurd levels of every woman Mike
Oh
Hamill
yeah.
he falls to. But this isn't that far off. It's not as
In a way,
weird
yeah.
as the Mike Hammer film. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean he certainly has a lot to say about people toting guns around with no brains
yes,
and stuff like that. And he punches a few people, and he gets to shoot Camino, who I have to say has about the emotional range of George Raft. I think he runs the gamut of emotions from A to A minus. He is about as standard a thug as you'd ever want to see.
yes, yeah. But he's only introduced. I mean, I guess it's kind of mitigation to that. He's only introduced the character in the last 10, 15 minutes.
Right.
So how
You don't have
much
to put up
development
with
is
him
he really
much.
going to have? It's like three scenes, one of which he shoots someone, the
I
second
know.
one he captures Marlowe, the third one he's shot. So it's
And poor Elijah Cook Jr.
yes. I
Oh
love
well.
Elijah Jr.
Oh, he's wonderful. He
Yeah,
he is
Dilys.
so good in that kind of part.
Oh yeah, Dilys Powell, the British film critic, described him as his face was like an open invitation to destroy him, and it's
Yes.
just a perfect line.
Yes, it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah. He just looks so woebegone all the time.
yeah,
And slightly pathetic and slightly um out of his depth all the time. Poor
yes,
fella. I've seen him in enough
yes,
B movies now to where his later career, that seemed to be what he specialized in. It's like he specialized in characters who were doing badly and get bumped off somehow, or
yes,
or get set up somehow, or starting with the Maltese Falcon, my God, he ends up taking the fall. He's supposed to take the fall for all these low lives.
yes. But
That's a hell of a
he's like
thing.
Edmund O'Brien in these old films that he's one of the people allowed to sweat.
Ah,
Most
yes.
people don't sweat in these films, but yeah, you have an occasional actor who is allowed to look really nervous and comfortable.
Really nervous and uncomfortable. That guy does it just effortlessly, it seems. He makes it look easy to look
Yeah, yeah,
frightened, and just freaked out.
yes.
Yeah.
In the main, the casting is. Eddie Mars is kind of your suave gangster.
I
He's
like him as Eddie
not
Mars.
that memorable, but he's and Carmen Stewart. In fact, I don't know that well, but he's very good at that part.
Oh
Although
yeah.
again, that's the film playing with vibes as what's in the book,
Mm-hmm.
which is nudity and pornographic pictures, can't be in the film, as the film is being made in a much more strict environment. So again, that's another reason why the plot suffers somewhat, as it's very difficult to explain what Colonel Stewart, General Stewart's being blackmailed over.
General? Is it General
Yeah,
Stewart?
General, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
and we go with General for now.
Yeah, that sounds good. The dude,
Yeah.
the Big Lebowski, as it were. Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, you said something there that I wanted to respond to. Now I can't remember what it was.
The
But
performances, the plot being not because of the kind of adult
oh, the
content, but
difficulty explaining. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
There's so much backstory. There's so much going on in the background that that
yeah,
part where they explain everything probably came out sounding a little too exposition-y or something.
yeah,
So they cut
yes,
that and they put in all this romance stuff.
yeah,
So
yeah. Because you and I have
sexed
been
it up,
talking,
so to speak.
we've been talking offline about the 1945 version of this film, which I haven't seen, but you've sent me some various links to what's in
It,
there and how
yeah,
that version does have a scene where it explains everything that's happened. But
right,
yeah, it was all jettisoned for Bogart and Bacall chemistry.
right,
Yeah.
right. All
And once you know that,
jettisoned.
you can see like the scene where she comes to his office and she calls the police, and it's like and the police going,
Yes.
yeah, there's no police here. Mother, do you want to talk to them?
Yes, it's all a very, very silly scene and
Yeah,
meant to, lighten the whole thing and enhance the romantic tension between them and all that kind of stuff. So it's very
yes,
cute. It's very cute, and it's at the sacrifice of understanding the story. So
yeah.
take that the way you will. I mean, it's like,
Well,
okay.
I mean, I would guess Howard Hawks' view would be, well, this is what the film is.
Right,
It's these scenes which are going to sell it and make it,
right. We want people to feel
yeah,
this movie. We want them to
yeah,
feel the romance between these people, that
yeah,
there's something tearing them apart, but they want to be together. And they're being torn
yes,
apart by this whole situation with Reagan and Mrs. Reagan.
yeah,
And where's your blonde wife, Eddie Mars, and all this kind of stuff.
yes.
Yeah, it's not just his wife, it's his blonde wife.
Yeah. Well, with this insertion of Lauren Bacall, there's a lot more of it.
Hmm.
What the end scene, which in the book I always feel is one of the weakest things, where he's at the kind of garage where Eddie Miles' wife is hiding out, and she helps him to take down Camino, even though she's never met him before.
Right.
But in the film, Laura Bacall is also there, which makes more sense then about why she would help him do it, as opposed to in the book, woman that Marlowe's never actually met before.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's one of the points where inserting Laura Bacall further into the narrative does
Does
actually
make
improve the
sense.
narrative.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I mean, it
Yeah,
provides continuity, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
of their relationship. Yeah. Well, mm, we could have had a lot of fun if you weren't a detective. We still can.
yes.
Isn't that nice? Just lines I had noted. Oh, I love the reference to red points. I'm like, what are red points? And then I found out it had to do with the war
What a
and
red point.
rationing.
Okay, okay. So I didn't pick up on that.
Yeah, it was. I think it was in that article about the two different versions.
Okay.
There was something in there about the red points. I was like, oh, that's what those are. It has something to do with rationing during the war. So, what else can we say about this movie that hasn't been said already? I
Well,
still
that's
love
the
it.
trouble with kind of, yeah, I love it. Yeah, it's the trouble with masterpieces, though, isn't it? You just go, well, what can I say about
What can I say about this
your misfire?
masterpiece? How can I tear
Yeah,
this thing apart and make you
yeah,
see that it's not really the masterpiece you think it is? No, I don't know. I'm not here to praise Howard Hawks or to tear him down, but simply to comment that sometimes the movie
yes,
makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. And so it leaves an awful lot out that would help you to make it make more sense, but will still not explain what happened to the chauffeur, why it
yeah.
happened.
And it is an interesting thought experience about how many other thrillers you could do something like this with. You don't think you can do this the Maltese Falcon, but do some Maltese Falcon vibes and have a story that doesn't make a lot of sense. And you couldn't do it to say the talented Mr. Ripley.
Hmm.
Both occasions go, I don't. The plot is more intrinsically important to those somehow than it is to the big sleep. But this is
Yeah.
yours of classic crime fiction. You can get away with doing something like this. And I wonder if it's the same is true. I mean, it's a far more um, faithful in the sense of plot film. And I know, but one you one you have problems with. But Altman's The Long Goodbye as your kind of reaction against this.
Mm.
It's also the Chandler text allows you to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
can, that's a good point.
yeah. And I guess because I mean, I guess just to go down that alleyway a moment is that because this film, above all else, is like the iconic Philip Marlowe one, and puts you into it puts you into the cultures that people who know about these kind of or even a little bit about these kind of films and this kind of genre know of this film and know of Humphrey Bogart. That you can
Hmm.
do something like The Long Goodbye as you react to so people know when you couldn't do it with Robert B. Parker's Spencer novel, as you know, set in a Spencer novel in 2010's Florida with a beach bum as the lead. So very chatty, but so you so there's like a different detective there. But it's like you people go, well, isn't it? I don't know. Is it set then? I don't know. People will go,
Yeah. Hmm.
but this one we know when we know the kind of the Bogart image hangs over us.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it
Yeah,
kind of set
yeah,
the standard, so to speak, for Marlowe.
yeah, yeah.
And everybody
As you
else
know,
has
as
been
we look,
kind of playing off of
yeah,
that and
yeah,
developing it further.
yeah. So I wonder how Dick Powell felt about that since he
Yeah.
got there first.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
Yeah,
I rather like Dick Powell as Philip Marlowe. I don't
yeah,
know. Of course, I love Bogey. I mean, I just love him
yeah.
as an actor. So,
I
yeah,
think Bogey is the far more convincing tough guy.
I'll go with that. Yeah, I'll believe
Yeah,
that. He's got that gangster thing going for him still.
yeah. Even if he is, even if he is little, well, not a tall man.
Not a tall man,
Yeah,
no.
no.
You're not
And even
very
if on
tall.
like Billy Wilder Sabrina, that Bogart initially thought he was miscast. Despite the
Mm.
fact he literally is the son of an upstate wealthy New York family.
Huh.
That was Humphrey Bogart.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow. Let's see. What else can I say about this? it seems to be a lot of coincidence in this movie. It's like Marlowe picks picks the right places to be at the right time, so to
Yeah,
speak.
yes,
Yeah. Like he just happens to be staking out. And he happens to go by the bookstore, sees that they're clearing out, goes to the Sternwood place, or, goes to Eddie Marr's house, shots fired, cars
yeah,
take off, two of them.
yes.
And then the other thing that I thought was pretty coincidental, there was something else. Um, Let me think. What was it? What was it? Hmm. 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 Hmm.
And it's again, it's the kind of like we're telling an exciting story, and I think there's an element of that in all detective stories. You can have a sequence where a man sits in the car for
Right.
3 nights, or you can just cut straight to the chase.
I always thought that in Chinatown, Jake had the right idea, leaving a watch underneath the car tire in
Oh
a
yes,
place
yes,
where moving the car would show you when the guy left. It's like,
yes,
okay, do something like that. But of course, back in whatever year this was, 46, 45, whenever they filmed this, they
yeah,
didn't they didn't have the kind of cameras we have now, the kind of automation we have now, all sorts of
yes,
things that we don't have now. So it's trying to be clever with technology might not work then. You have to do things. You have to have boots on the ground, so to speak.
yes.
There was something else though, and I wish I could remember it. And I wish I could find it in my notes. And of course I can't, but so be it. Oh yeah, the guy who's following him around, Elijah Cook Jr., who
Yeah,
gets killed, happens to be again in the right place at the right time, but does not intervene when he gets beaten up, of course,
yeah,
because who's
yeah,
he to interfere with other people's work, I guess. What's he gonna do? Call the cops? I don't know.
yeah.
Um,
They make that point. Is it's kind of it almost doesn't well, it doesn't square with the kind of the tough guy Bogart later on who's taking revenge. He's literally there when Harry Jones is killed. For him to
yes,
be so
yes,
outraged later on,
yes,
you
he's
were
literally
literally there.
there. Doesn't do a thing to stop the guy,
Yeah,
nothing, just a witness.
yeah,
So maybe fair is fair. The guy didn't help him when he was getting beaten up, and now he's not going to help him in return when he's getting poisoned.
yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
To be
Um,
fair, I mean, Elijah Kutcher is even smaller than Bogart. I mean, how is he going to stop two big guys beating him up?
True. Very true.
Yeah,
Unless he knows some kind of karate or something, they don't get into
yes.
that. I'm surprised he doesn't have a gun. Everybody in this movie
Yeah,
has a gun.
there is that. Yes,
So many guns and so few brains.
yes.
The
Great line.
of course I love the exchange between Eddie Mars and Philip Marlowe when he comes to the house for the first time and sees him there. The blood's on the floor.
Yeah,
Well, maybe he likes to do his butchering in the living room. He likes to butcher meat in the living room. Sure. All this stuff goes on between them. But I could make your business my business. Oh, you wouldn't like it. The
yes.
pay's too small. The whole setup towards that line is just so great. I
Yeah.
mean, I could just listen to it over and over. I would watch that movie just for that scene because I love that
The
scene
comedy
so much.
sidekick goons.
Yeah, oh my God, the sidekick goons. They're so goofy. I mean, that's
Yeah,
part of what makes this movie so interesting. It's supposed to be
yeah,
hard-boiled mystery, but you have these little goofy touches here and there. And it's like, we don't want to get too
yeah,
serious here because we want to have
yeah.
fun. Fun
I
watching these
remember there's
people with their guns and their lack of brains
I remember there's a
simply
quote from
bumbling
David
around.
Lynch Yes. There was a quote from David Lynch, who's a very different filmmaker to Howard Hawks,
Oh
about how
boy.
all you needed for a film was empty good scenes you could stitch together. And that does feel a bit what we're doing in
It
the big sleep.
does. It does feel that way. Yeah. It feels
Yeah,
very much like, oh, let's have a scene here where she comes onto him in a taxi. Yeah.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah,
I'm your girl. Yeah, I'll follow that guy. Oh, just call me any night or
yeah.
any day or whatever. And
Like
the
you can,
poor girl at the bookshop, oh,
yeah.
who obviously they're, I don't know what they're doing in there. They're not going to show us because it's
I
Hays Code.
yeah. I was just going to mention that point. Like Dorothy Malone and Humphrey Bogart. It is so suggestive when she
Oh
says,
yeah.
they say goodbye. It was
Bye, pal.
yeah,
Yeah, the way he says pal,
yeah,
obviously she's like,
yeah. Like
pal,
was
thanks.
what, what kind of staking out the bookshop across the road have they been doing? It doesn't
I
seem like they've been
know.
focused on that job at all.
I know. Really. I mean, there's no stake out here. It's just there's sheer
Yeah,
sex going on in there in the bookshop. Oh my God.
yes.
Sex in the bookstore. Sounds like a short story or something. Or
Yes.
maybe a song. I don't know. Maybe a band. Sex in a bookstore.
There's another example of, we've got it before, that a very celibate character in the books does spend most of he normally gets a love interest at some point doing the films. And this one, he can take his pick everywhere he goes, it seems.
Yes, yes, they're
He's a
just
man about
flocking
town.
to him.
Yeah.
He's so attractive for a short man, for a tremendously short
Yeah.
man who's not as short as Elijah Cook Jr., of course.
Yes. So you're going to be saying, well, a masterpiece?
Still a masterpiece. Even if it's a flawed masterpiece, who cares?
Yes.
It's fun to watch. It's
Yes.
fun to watch, even if it doesn't make sense and they don't tell you everything. And even if they
Yes.
include a song about domestic abuse, sung gaily with a smile by Lauren Bacall, and me going, Stop that! This is awful. Why is everybody so happy to hear this? What is wrong with you
Yes.
people? Is this what they really did in 1946? Honestly, was everybody in the audience singing along with this person? God, I'm just I'm just gonna say that. That song just disgusts me every time I hear it.
Yes.
But I try to ignore it and pay attention to the parts I like. Like the way they kind of assume that, he's going to be there to rescue her as she comes out with all that money. He's supposed to
Yeah.
rescue her. This is part of a plan, it turns out.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, wow, that was putting a lot of faith in what you thought Philip Marlowe was going to do in this situation. How do you know he's not going to just take the money and run? What makes you think he's
Yeah,
so
there is that.
holy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just go out the store with the
Yeah.
rest of the suckers. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right, Philip. Yeah. And then the two women who come up to him and try to give him the same message.
Yeah.
Oh no, I want to give it. I want to give it. The short
Irresistible.
little man is so cute. He's such a cute detective. I want to talk to him. See, this is the fun part for me, ripping these movies apart. I'm
Yeah.
terrible.
It sounds like you're
But I
talking
love
yourself out of
it.
liking this film.
Oh, but I love the movie anyway. It's funny. There are
Yeah.
things that drive me crazy about Casablanca, yet I love the
Yeah.
movie. Like I'm always like, Ilsa, just fucking tell him. Just tell him. The guy was standing in the rain. The rain is blurring all the letters of the words in your letter. How is he gonna react, do you think? Duh. Oh well. Yeah,
Yeah,
sometimes
yeah,
things like that just drive me nuts. And I have to
fair
say
enough.
it. But apart from that song that I hate, um, I think Lauren provides a seductive presence in a good way. I mean, if you want to think
Yeah,
of this as a romantic, hard-boiled, a hard-boiled romance, let's say,
yeah,
then it works. Doesn't matter that the
yes,
mystery doesn't make sense because the whole point is that these two people love each other but are kept apart in some way by the
yeah.
whole situation.
So I think flawed masterpiece we'll go with.
Okay,
I
flawed
think, yeah,
masterpiece, yes. And I
yes,
would I would recommend everybody see it. See if
yeah,
you have the same reaction to that song. I mean, really, listen to the lyrics. They're not nice.
yeah.
Not nice at
And if you've
all.
got this far into a film noir podcast about 1946 Big Sleep and you haven't seen it, you
Yeah, I
must really
wonder.
love listening to our voices.
Yeah, but I would love to hear people's thoughts on that song and about the whole kind of suggestion that it's it's okay to sing a song like that. It's just bizarre
Yeah.
to me. But um yeah. Yeah, but the good parts of this, the atmosphere, the banter,
Hmm.
the banter
Yes.
works so well. The love story works well.
Yes.
All of that stuff, the chemistry is there. And that's what makes the movie really. That and all
Yeah.
the complexity and language and just some of the little goofy parts that pop up now and then, like those two henchmen.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I mean, there are some brilliant bits in this.
There are definitely,
Yeah.
definitely, there's a lot
Yes.
of brilliant stuff in this movie.
Yeah.
I just like looking at the little parts that piss me off and saying, this pisses me
Yeah.
off. I just want it on the record.
Well, you've done
I think I've done
that.
that and I think I've overdone it. Sorry about that, but that kind of stuff bugs me after a while.
I think
Anyway,
next month we said we do the big sleep again,
Big Sleep from, I think it was Mitchum,
1978, I believe.
1978. Wow.
Yeah, along with 1976's Farewell, My Lovely. So I don't think one on their own has enough to sustain half an hour chat, but together they'll make
Huh.
both
Farewell,
are
My
available on
Lovely,
YouTube.
and The Big Sleep with Robert Mitchum.
Yes, the only actor that played Philip Marlowe twice.
Hmm,
Well,
goodness.
in cinema, I know there's TV versions as well.
Instant. Yeah. What's his name there? Powers Booth. He
Yes,
was fantastic. I thought he was just one of the best Philip Marlowes out there.
I haven't seen that. I will have to sort of dig that out.
It's really good. He's really, really good. I love him in that role.
Excellent. Well, until
Yeah.
next month then.
Alrighty then. So,
I'm I'm F.R. Jameson, author of Screen Time Noir.
and I'm Debbie Mack, author of the Sam McRae and Erica Jensen mysteries, as well as other novels, and now aspiring film director. Well, not aspiring, I am a film director. I will be. I'm going to be directing my first film in July. July 8th is the shooting date. So,
Excellent.
whew, yeah, we're getting ready for that. And it's
Yes.
taking up all my brain space. There will
No,
be
best
no
of luck with it.
songs. There will be no songs in this movie. Let's put it that way. Nobody will be singing anything. The plot is fairly simple. and it's a 10-minute movie at the most. So,
I, I look forward to seeing it.
yes, but it does deal with
Yeah.
crime and it does deal with punishment. All right. Well, I
Right.
look forward to talking more about that and showing it.
Yes,
In the
absolutely. Looking
meantime,
forward to the update next month.
yes, so be seeing you next month, and
Yes,
we will talk about Farewell, My Lovely and The Big Sleep with Robert Mitchum, one of the
I look
greatest.
forward to it.
Yeah. Take care.
Happy
Talk to you
viewing all.
later. Be seeing you.